Live from New York City and Los Angeles, now offering free COVID screens with every Cronut purchase. It's time for the hot new comedy show sweeping the nation, The Suggestion Box. Starring Danny ROQUE, Denny Siegel, Tom Carrozza, Jane Brucker, Dylan White, and guest starring Corey P. Willis. And now the host of our show, you've never had a friend like him, Dylan White.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Friday night show, The Suggestion Box, where we can do anything unless you get the suggestions. What can you? Wow, I just stumbled all over that sentence. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. And every week that you tune in, if you are new to the channel, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the Vaudacity Improv to get this show and all the things that we put up here. And let's get this show rolling, The Suggestion Box, with our cast. Somebody says they can hardly hear me. Let's see. Can't hear me at all, they're saying. How about now? Let me see.
I hear you, no problem.
You hear me, no problem, but I'm getting thing. So let's try this. How about this? Throw it up there in the chat and let me know if this is any better.
Dylan, I think it's me. Hold on.
Oh, it might be Sam. No worries, Sam. Kim says there you are, but I don't know if that's to me or to somebody else in the chat.
All right, that should do it.
Dari says it's a bit better. We're gonna work on this. I'm just turning up my mic a little bit here. There you go. Kathy says she's still seeing an ad. Hopefully, I mean, maybe we're just getting like incredibly monetized. Oh, the cheering drowned me out is what Kim was saying. Okay, and I can't hear the cheering on my end. All right, here we go. So, all that out of the way, hopefully you can all hear me now. Let's bring in the cast for tonight's show of The Suggestion Box, starting with our guest for this week, Mr. Corey P. Willis. Come on in. Mr. Danny Rocket Man ROQUE. The sumptuous Denny Siegel. Jane Baby Brucker. Yeah, your baby now. And finally, Tom, don't mess with me or you'll get a fistful of dollars, Carrozza. This is our cast for tonight, and we're going to be asking for suggestions throughout the show. Which, again, is why we're called the Suggestion Box. And our first game we're going to need suggestions is for occupations. Any occupations you can think of, jobs that you would have, throw those up into the chat, and we will go from there. I keep saying throw up every time I do this. Type those into the chat, and we will get suggestions for occupations. We're going to play a game that we introduced last week, I believe, called Light Bulbs. Very similar to our game 99, but we are going to make up a joke based on how many whatevers does it take to change a light bulb. And we're going to see how this goes. We're going to start with, the first one is up there, shoemakers. How many shoemakers does it take to change a light bulb? It's anyone's call. Go, Tom.
How many shoemakers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
How many?
One, but he feels like a heel afterwards.
How many shoemakers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
How many?
Technically none. It's all those little elves that come in at night and they do all the work. So,
How many shoemakers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
How many?
4. 3 to change it, and 1 to hold the ladder. Technically, there's strings attached.
How many shoemakers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many? How many?
Just one, but he uses his tongue.
Oh, that's dangerous. How many shoemakers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
many?
One, but just like
How
changing a tire, he has to use
many?
Oh, crazy delay.
Did
It was
the sound?
a ton of Dylan delay. What was that, Denny? I think we all missed it. What,
I think
say-
Denny echoed herself.
Corey. How many shoemakers does it take to change a light bulb?
How
many?
Many.
1, but just like when he changes a tire, he has to use a pump.
Ah.
How many shoemakers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
How many?
1, but it takes forever because he's a real loafer.
Okay, Jane, last one.
How many shoemakers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
How many?
Are we talking spring or fall?
Personal trainers. How many personal trainers does it take to change a light bulb? Denny, go.
How many personal trainers does it take to change a light bulb?
How
How
many?
many?
Well, 1, but if he doesn't do it clean, they call him a jerk.
Oh. How many, what do you call them, personal trainers does it take to change a light bulb?
How
How
many?
many?
10, 9, only 8 more, 7.
Danny, go.
How many personal trainers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
4, but if there's only 3, you're going to have to wait.
Oh.
How many personal trainers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
How many?
Just 1, but like the shoemaker, he's going to use a pump.
Ah,
There are pumps tonight.
How many shoemakers does it? No, what is how many personal trainers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
Many.
What?
Ballerinas. How many ballerinas does it take to?
Oh, give Denny her chance. She
Hey,
loves
Denny,
me.
last one, and then ballerinas.
Thanks, Tom. How many personal trainers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
How many?
1, but you're going to pay $150 and realize later you could have just done it by yourself.
Mhm.
All right, ballerinas. How many ballerinas does it take to change a light bulb?
How many ballerinas does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
How many?
Just 1, and then a ballet man under her just giving her the old twirl, whatever they call that again.
How many ballet dancers does it take to change the light bulb?
How
many?
Many.
2, but what's the point?
Oh,
How many ballet dancers does it take to change a light bulb?
I'm going to kill
How
you.
many?
How many?
2.
2. I knew you were going to do that.
How many ballerinas does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
How many?
1, but it's a real nutcracker.
Oh God! I got another. How many ballerinas does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
Hey.
Just 1 because she's always on point. So that's my point.
Lovely.
All right, Denny.
How many ballerinas? Get ready, guys, because he took my good one. How many ballerinas does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
Well, 1, but she has to decide between using a cooking pan and a French hat. So she stands there saying, "Pâte à beret, pâte à beret."
Nice.
Oh, that's light bulbs, everybody. Give our cast a big round of applause.
That game was kind of invented by Jane Brucker. We have her to blame. She's the one who thought of it.
So we have Jane to blame for that game, but we really enjoy playing it. So I hope you enjoy watching it as much as we do playing it. Although it kind of, makes us anxious every time.
Oh, God.
I like how when Jane wanted I love this game. I'm scared of it.
Yeah.
All right, so our next game is called Hot Topics. We are going to discuss some very hot topics, and for this game, we're going to need some suggestions for areas of expertise, something that you might be an expert in. Doesn't necessarily have to be a profession, just something you might have a lot of knowledge in. So we need some areas of expertise, and then we're going to bring on a panel of experts, and we are going to be covering some very hot topics of the day. So we have our first one is going to be, let's see, our first, Tom is going to say he's first. All right, Tom, you are an expert in knitting.
Okay.
Knitting expert. Let's see, next is Denny. Are you next? Then you are an expert in makeup. And
In makeup?
In makeup. And I believe, who is our...
I think
Corey, Mr. Danny Roque, you are an expert in cake decorating. So we have Tom, you are an expert in
knitting.
Denny, you are an expert in
Makeup. Dylan, you're
Denny, you're an expert in
makeup.
I don't know if I froze. Maybe I'm the one who froze.
Yeah, you
I guess I
froze.
froze. Can anybody see me?
Yes.
Yes.
we
Oh, I
see
froze. I all froze. All right, now we've lost Denny. Oh no!
Corey, I don't think you're in this, Cookie. I think
Well, you know what?
it's always nice looking at you.
Hey, Dylan, I'll be back.
All right, she's
Back. Okay, and Danny, you are an expert in cake decorating. I hope you can all hear me. But here we go. Our host for Hot Topics, take it away.
Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Dylan. Tonight's episode of What Are You Saying? Where we delve into the psychology of psychology and ask such great questions of life, such as what are the great questions of life? I want to introduce our panel tonight. They're a very distinguished trio. Please go for it.
Hello, everybody. My name is Walter Yarn, and I've written a book about knitting. I think knitting is the answer to all the problems in the world today, and you can knit just about anything, and it shouldn't stop you. The repetition of going over and over like that is actually a healthy thing for you. It keeps your mind off of everything. So knitting is one way to reach inner peace and outer peace at the same time.
Thank you so much. It does appear that your mind is not on anything. Let's hear from our second panelist, a very distinguished makeup
artist. Hi, I'm Denny Dolores Dew. I am a little bit nearsighted, but I have a very intuitive sense, much like Tommy with the pinball. I sense the makeup, and I feel like I've overly developed my other senses to compensate. They have offered me contacts many times or glasses, but I don't want to detract from the natural structure of my face. And I want you to know that I'm not afraid of a strong lip, but I don't, it's not for everyone. I held back tonight because I didn't want to overpower the host in deference. But I do consultations, and I'm willing to go to sets even during lockdown. I'll go anywhere.
I see. So you
Yeah.
consider your face an illusion as well as life. I see. Panelist number 3, we're looking forward to hearing from you, our cake
My name
decorator.
is Howie Gunna, and perhaps you've read my book, Fast Frosting, When You've Forgotten a Birthday.
Oh, yes. And what is a birth, after all? Certainly, it's difficult to decorate a concept so elusive.
It takes the most important part of the night.
I think the best kind of frosting is fast frosting myself.
I see. I see. We have an opinionated bunch here, and I want to ask you all, please tell me your concept of heaven. Tom, you with the knitting. Do you feel that life is a weaving? Your answer?
I actually think the opposite. I think life is an unraveling, a constant ball of yarn that's unraveling. And the further you go, the smaller the ball actually gets. And so it gets more and more frantic and faster and faster and faster until there's nothing left. That's how I see life, yes.
So at the core of every ball of yarn is death. I understand. And now for our makeup, our artiste.
Yeah, that would make a lousy sign for a yarn store, by the way. The core of every yarn ball is death. Yes, a lot of people talk about heaven. I hope there's a heaven. I hope there's an afterlife. I hope there's a heaven. But then we hear that we won't have these corporeal, I had to look that one up, bodies. We have these ethereal, floaty bodies that never age. And what the hell are you going to put makeup on? What do you just stick your hand? You take a lipstick. I mean, think about it. In heaven, the lipsticks they'd never break or snap off or melt. They'd be perfect. But the irony is, you put it right through your face, like a ghost.
Yes.
I don't know what I would do with myself. What kind of heaven is that if I can't wear makeup and put makeup on other people to make them feel better about themselves?
I see. Quite a point. And I want to remind everyone watching and listening that this is the woman who coined the phrase floaty body. And now, if we could have you, our cake decorator, give us your.
No. Yes. I imagine heaven as a giant kitchen with many separate preparation stations with all the tools you need. So you never have to share your spatulas or frosting gun with anyone else.
I see. So, would you consider heaven just the icing on the cake of life?
I guess you could say that.
I see. I would tend to affirm that position. Quickly, would each of you please address what your most recurring nightmare has been? Let's take our makeup artiste first, please.
I've never actually said this out loud. This is kind of embarrassing. I have this recurring nightmare that they bring a little girl to me and they're like, it's her first time with makeup. You know, maybe it's her bat mitzvah, coming of age. I don't know. She's young, you know, and she's in this beautiful red dress with like a crisp white top. I mean, she's gorgeous. And she's got these beautiful, like red ringlets. And I'm putting on her makeup and I do her lips and her cheeks and I powder her nose. And then I get to her eyes. She doesn't have any eyes.
Oh,
It's
that's
little
rough.
orphan Annie. And she's just got these orbs. And I don't know where to put the shadow or the mascara. And then I wake up screaming and I have to have a peanut butter and banana sandwich. And then I try to go back to bed. Good luck, though, after that one.
Yes, as Sartre would say, the eyes to have none is to be blind and to not have a space for mascara. And now our cake decorator, I would really love to see if you have something to add to her nightmare or one of your very,
Well,
very
I have a horrible nightmare that I have probably once a month, which is I'm heading to a big job and come to find out the 99-cent store has taken out their decorations section.
Oh, yes. The yin yang of there being a section and then there not being a section in the store. I see you're nodding in agreement, Mr. I forgot your name.
Yarn, Mr. Yarn, Walter Yarn. Well,
Yeah,
you
Walter
know,
Yarn, yes.
I do have a recurring nightmare where I'm sitting in my rocking chair by the fireplace with my dog asleep, and I'm knitting and I'm knitting. Everything's fine, and then there's a knock at the door, and I go and I open it, and there's a giant blue sheep there. His name is Richard, and he's upset because I've been using his wool to make things like scarves and gloves.
Yes, the classic Carl Jung blue sheep image.
So
Totally.
revealing. I can't believe I told you the truth.
Well, this has been a very stimulating discussion of some very deep things considered deep things. And I would like to thank everybody for listening to tonight. And please be kind to yourself, even if there's no point to life. Thank you.
And when you have a fight, don't forget to make up.
Yes.
Be sweet.
And that was Hot Topics, unless Tom has a button.
I don't have a button.
You don't want to together in one.
No, I've already checked out of that character. That brain has left me.
He's got Amish roots. He doesn't look. But...
Don't believe him. He's just telling a yarn.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice. All right, everyone, for our next game, it's one of our favorites. It's called Time Crunch. And for this game, we need Tom and Corey in on this. And from you, our viewing audience, we need a suggestion of a relationship, just some sort of relationship that these two gentlemen can have together. Doesn't really matter what that relationship is, but here's what they're going to do. They're going to take this suggestion, they're going to make a scene based on this relationship, and they are going to do a scene in 1 minute. Then they're going to do that exact same scene, but cut it in half. We're going to do that same scene. We're going to compress it down to 30 seconds. And then we're going to do that exact same scene, and we're going to compress it down to 15 seconds.
Ouch.
Yeah.
No.
And then we're going to do that exact same scene that we just did in 60 seconds, 30 seconds, and 15 seconds, and we're going to cut it down to 7 seconds. There you go. Oh, and then we're going to take that scene, and we're going to do that entire scene in half the time, 3 seconds.
Oh, my gosh. Dylan White, you're just a torturer.
And 3 seconds. And the first suggestion.
Oh boy.
All right. From Dari, thank you so much for this one. The relationship is a blue sheep named Richard and his owner. So
And
Richard,
his owner?
the blue sheep, and his owner. Sam, do we have the 1 minute countdown? So as soon as you see the countdown start running, start your scene.
Mm-hmm.
Sweetheart, how are you? You look so beautiful today. You
Well,
look
I'm
so
feeling
beautiful.
really bad, if you want to know the truth. You see, I packed a bag, and I'm about to run away from the flock.
So, no, you shouldn't go. You shouldn't go.
Look.
I want to keep. We need you.
No, I'm going. Here, I'm gonna go. You can
No. I need you. If you could, I know that I said that I wouldn't shear you again, but like, you're in such high demand. We need your wool. We need your wool.
Look, I know people are knitting with my wool. I need my wool. I need me. Goodbye. I'm running away. Run after me.
No. Come here. No, come here. Come here. Just hold on a second. Just let me take a little bit of your fur. Let me take a little wool. I'm gonna take a little.
Chomp. Let me take a little your fur. Chomp. Now we're even.
And that's our scene. Let's try that exact same scene, but we're going to compress it down to 30 seconds.
This is so weird.
Oh, hey there, little sweetheart. Where are you running off to?
I'm feeling bad. I'm running away from the flock.
Oh, no. Don't go. Please don't pack those bags.
No, I'm running away now.
Come here. I'm gonna take a little. Just let me take a little wool.
Ow! Well, I'm gonna take a little of your fur too, then.
No! Ow! That's actually my skin. Ow!
Yeah, well, I think now we're even.
That's that scene in 30 seconds. Let's cut that in half. Same scene, but only in 15 seconds.
Where do you go? Please don't run away from me.
I'm feeling really bad. I packed a bag.
No, we need your wool. I need your wool.
Ow! I'm gonna take some of your fur too. Chomp. Now we're even.
All right. That scene was 15 seconds. We're going to do the same scene, but you got to do it in 7 seconds.
Don't run away. Come here.
I'm feeling bad. I'm running. Chomp. Now we're even.
See, this is the magic of editing. Now we're going to cut that whole scene down into 3 seconds. Go.
Chomp. Now we're even. This scene was based. It's a true story. You know, we should say that it's based in fact.
Yeah, we're being
That
very
is
vulnerable,
time
Sharon.
crunch. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Dari, for that suggestion of a blue sheep and his owner. That is
Got sweaty on that one.
the real
sweaty,
suggestion we've ever had. Yeah. Working. Well, Corey and Tom are working. I'm just sitting here laughing with my mic off. That was Time Crunch, and for our next game, we are going to do what I like to call a 3D game. That means everybody who's in it, all their names begin with D. So that is for Denny and me, Dylan. We are going to play a game called New Choice. We haven't played this game in a while. For this game, we need a suggestion for a location for the scene to take place. Danny and I are going to do a scene based on a suggestion of a location, and every once in a while, we might say something that might need some improvement. And if Denny thinks that we need to make a new choice to improve the scene, then she is going to call out new choice. And either Danny or I will have to make a new choice based on what we've said. The first suggestion we got for location was the Alps. We are apparently in the Alps, Danny. And it'll be up to Denny to see if we need to make any new choices.
You know, I dropped one of my skis, which is going to make it really difficult to get down this mountain.
Well, I mean, as your ski instructor, I didn't expect to have to teach you basically narrow snowboarding, but all right.
Why don't I just teach you backpacking and climb on your back? See how that works.
Well,
And ski me down.
New choice. Sorry, I was muted. New choice, Danny.
I have a better idea. Why don't I just trip and fall and roll all the way down? That'll save you the instruction time. And maybe I can find my other ski.
Now, you understand that if you do fall down the hill without skiing, you still owe me for the lesson.
Wowee.
New choice.
New choice, Dylan?
Danny.
Danny.
You still owe me for the lesson.
Well, tell you what, why don't I just pay you right now? And then if we don't see each other at the end, I won't feel guilty.
New choice, Danny.
Tell you what, how about I just set up a little tent and live the rest of my life out on this mountain? It's a beautiful view. You could bring me food when you have students.
So you're suggesting that you're going to pay me to bring you up to the top of this mountain, and then I have to bring you food?
You get to bring me food.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to understand. Was your whole point of taking ski lessons from me in the Alps a means to get away from something?
New choice.
I'm sorry, was your whole point of taking ski lessons in the Alps to live life on the actual edge?
No, if I had been planning something, we'd be having a surfing lesson in the Bahamas right now.
New choice.
If I had been planning something, I would have brought a thicker coat.
New choice.
If I had been planning something, I would have made sure the Sherpa was here with me so my goat could be fed.
So now you're saying that I'm basically going to be your Sherpa and I now have to bring you food for you and your goat. I'm starting to wonder about your motives. I'm concerned you might be actually luring me up here to kill me.
New choice.
I'm concerned about your motives. I'm concerned you may be actually luring me up here to leave me behind to find my way down myself.
New choice.
I'm concerned about your motives. I'm afraid you might be luring me up here to marry me off to your goat.
I didn't realize that was an option, but it certainly sounds good now. We could use more little goats running around.
These would be very weird looking goats unless we're talking Greek mythology. Listen, to be perfectly honest, I was kind of hoping that if I brought you up here to learn how to ski, then maybe you could, use your expertise in goat farming to teach me to get away from all this.
Are you telling me you'd really want to leave all of this beautiful scenery?
I would much rather go surfing in the Bahamas like you suggested.
New choice.
Well, I would certainly much rather travel across country and drink local ales.
New choice.
I would certainly rather just sit in front of the TV and watch Golden Girls on repeat.
New choice.
I would certainly rather just watch the Suggestion Box every Friday night at 8 p.m.
That's new choice.
Yeah. Great idea.
I think so too.
In fact, tape it. You can watch it all week.
You don't even have to tape it. Actually, it's a good thing you bring that up, Danny, because once we have our shows here on the Vaudacity Network, once they've aired, you don't have to record anything. You can just watch them in perpetuity as they are constantly airing here on the Vaudacity Network channel here on the YouTubes. Matter of fact, we have so many different programs here on the Vaudacity Network for you to check out. Tomorrow night, the one that started it all, Polly's online variety show, or Polly's Picnic as we famously call it, we're going to be highlighting the music of Elton John. So make sure that you are tuning in tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, to check out Polly's online variety show to see featuring the music of Elton John. And then the next week, next Saturday night, the 28th, that's right after Thanksgiving. So while you're still, coming out of your tryptophan coma, we are going to be doing the musical Wicked next week. So tomorrow night, Elton John at 6 p.m. Not the real Elton John. Make sure you understand that. We are going to be highlighting the music of Sir Elton John, and then the next Saturday nights will be the music from Wicked. So make sure that you are liked to the videos, that you are subscribed to the channel. If you haven't done that already, please make sure you hit that like button for us, subscribe to the channel. That way you can get all of the great shows we have here on the Vaudacity Network. And of course, as always, you know, we have our virtual tip jar. So if you wanted to throw up something into the super chat to help maybe support the network and the performers, or just into our virtual tip jar, which is at Venmo at Online Variety Show, that would be fantastic. We appreciate it. Of course, the shows are absolutely free. We love doing this for you, and we just appreciate any and all help we can get. I'm going to need some more suggestions, of course, throughout the evening, and I'm going to need a suggestion for a very mundane event. Something so completely boring and dull, like you left your change at the register when you checked out of the supermarket. Something very mundane. You parked your car. Just something so completely mundane. So while you're throwing that in the chat, just want to remind you one more time, tomorrow night, the Elton John tribute show on Vaudacity here at 6 o'clock, and the following Saturday is a tribute to Wicked. The mundane event is Stuck in an Elevator. That's what we're getting. I feel like that could be a bit more than mundane, but right now, I'm going to go with this. I like this. Checking out a library book. I'm going to go with Kelsey on that one. I'm sorry, that's so very mundane. Checking out a library book. We have a breaking news story. We're going to interrupt our programming here on the Vaudacity Network to let you know that someone has checked out a library book. And this is going to be an earth-shattering story from what I understand. I'm going to throw it out to our reporter out in the street. Denny seems to be on the scene with someone who has checked out a library book. Denny, what can you tell us about this situation?
Yes, this is a breaking news story right now. We are on top of it. I am here with an eyewitness. Excuse me, Your Honor, can you tell us exactly what happened with this incident of a library book being checked out?
So I was, I've been trying to reconnect with my childhood a lot, and I just wanted to go and get The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. I had a copy. Yes, yeah. So I just came to the library and I asked the reference desk, and they were like, "Well, you can just go look it up on the computer." So I went and looked it up in the computer. It was in the kids section.
So they actually asked you to take on the job of handling the computer.
Look, I get it. They're real busy there. You know, they're strapped for time. And I didn't want to make a scene because you're supposed to be quiet. So I just figured I'd go and look it in the computer. It's not a big deal. And
you found the book and you checked it out.
I did find the book. I did. Yeah. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Found the book and checked it out using the computer.
Just real quick, can I say hi to my mom?
If you must.
Hi, Mom.
She's here too. Okay. Maybe we'll talk to her later. Back to you, Dylan.
Thank you so much, Denny, for that insightful interview. We are getting word that Chopper Dan is our eye in the sky about this library book checking out incident. Chopper Dan, what are you seeing from your vantage point?
Well, I'm seeing quite a ruckus beginning outside of the library. It seems the kids are out for Thanksgiving holiday, and the book checked out is one of the most popular in the library. There are other children that plan to read that over the holiday season, and now there's a ruckus. The library is trying to find out now if they can get another copy sent from an adjoining library.
And are you seeing like lines of people outside the door or anything at this point from where you are?
Kids throw apples they didn't eat with their lunch.
Oh, that is completely unfortunate.
I can't believe guard is about to freak out.
I can't believe so much chaos is being
for her to handle
checking out this library book. I'm sorry, say that again, Chopper Dan.
I said the crossing guard is appearing to get very frustrated at the moment. There are far too many children gathered for her to get across the street in one pass.
Wow, this library book has really backed things up. I'm sure it's going to cause all sorts of havoc around town with the ripple effect. I'm getting word, thank you so much, Chopper Dan. I appreciate that report, that we have our Celebrity Gossip Corner is already bringing in some big news from Hollywood regarding this. Tom, what can you tell us is happening in Hollywood?
That's right, Dylan. It seems as though Adrian Brody, Oscar winner, has already optioned the story for development. He's named Diane Keaton as a possible director. The two have been talking a lot recently. And Laura Dern has her eye on that crossing guard role. The working title is Library Ruckus. Odd that Danny and the Chopper actually intuited that. But we're looking for a release in 2022, a Christmas release if it all turns out good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that. It'll be good to see Adrian Brody back on the big screen.
Yeah.
And listen, I understand too that this has caused so much stir around the country with checking out this library book. We're going to bring in our correspondent and Critics Corner, Jane, for her op-ed on checking out this library book. Jane?
Thank you. Thank you, America. If you are checking out books, you are engaging in unfettered socialism. Where is that going to lead business? If you are taking a book free out of a building without the transfer of cash money, it is un-American. Back to you.
Thank you, Jane. That's actually a very excellent point and very insightful. I don't know how these libraries are staying in business. All right, well, it looks like we'll be breaking back in. If there are any other developments with this story, we now return you to a regularly scheduled program here on the Suggestion Box on the Vaudacity Network. Which is me. I'm your regularly scheduled program. The worst ticket teletype I've ever done in my life. All right, so we're going to bring everybody back in. Our next game is called Questions Only. This is a game where everybody's going to play. We're going to bring back all of our players, all of your favorites, which is everyone. We're going to play a game called Questions Only. For this game, everything we do, we can only speak in questions. So if someone actually answers a question or makes a statement or gets stumped, they are going to get buzzed out, and we got to move our way down the line to make the scene. So we are going to do a scene based on your suggestion of a particular period of time. It can be any time, past, present, or future. So throw that up there in the chat. I keep saying throw it up. Put that there in the chat. Type that in the chat.
Hurl it up.
He means
Yes, hurl it.
barf it up.
Hurl it up, barf it up, cough it
Spew
up.
chunks into the chat.
You know what, Dylan? If they've said it before, they can regurgitate it.
They could. Very nice. So I'm getting the year.
Denny got buzzed.
I'm getting the year 2065 was our suggestion for a period of time. So whatever the year 2065 looks like, we're going to start the scene with CORY and Denny. And as we go through, we'll be continuing the scene questions only in the year 2065. Take it away, boys.
Can you imagine that climate change actually like turned it all around and made the Earth better?
Yes. There's so many.
Questions only, Denny.
Yes?
Yes.
Can you believe eHarmony lasted all the way to 2065, user number 2,786,000?
Wait, are you not married?
Would I be on a dating site if I were married?
Are you not allowed on dating sites if you're married?
Are you not sticking to the archaic rules that were technically abolished in the last days of President Trump 40 years ago, but some people flout?
Wait, so he's not our president anymore?
Don't you know robot?
So he's not our president anymore?
Question.
Mm.
That's a question.
All right.
Didn't you vote for Robot PX 379?
Oh, you're still allowed to vote?
Where do you live?
Is this not Mars?
Didn't you know that men are from Mars and women are from Venus?
Wait, what does that make me then?
Still an asshole.
Oh my
all right. So,
Are you a robot master?
did you think I was a robot?
Do you not see that I am a robot?
God damn it.
What is wrong with humans?
Dylan's in there. Okay.
Yep.
I wonder about if Danny got out, I have to go out.
Why can't humans play this game?
Do robots get lonely?
Were you my programmer?
Do you want me to be your programmer?
Will you program me to not be lonely?
Are my hands too cold?
Do you actually feel things?
Want to go for a walk or a roll?
Do we still have the ability to go outside?
Would you like me to show you?
There are windows here?
Do you have feelings at all?
Would you program some into me?
All night long.
And that is questions.
This is my new favorite thing. This is my new favorite thing.
God, I love this. So wonderful. Just
How else to be a robot on Zoom?
scanning.
I love that. I love that.
Oh, all right. Well, our next game is for some of our players. It's what we like to call foreign film or foreign film dub. We're going to be bringing in a film from another country, and we're going to have two of our performers translating for two of our other performers. In this game, the actors in the film are going to be myself and Jane. Translating for us will be Corey and Denny. And I believe...
Do you want me to translate for you?
I believe...
You got to do this back and forth.
For this, we'll need a suggestion for just a common problem. Just any sort of like typical problem you might have. Nothing outlandish, just a common everyday type of problem. If you could throw that up in the chat. Man, what is it with me and throwing up?
You're now pinned to this. You can't ever not do this.
Brought it up several times.
Yeah.
Oh!
Wow. So our problem is a hangnail. The problem we're going to be dealing with is a hangnail. Tom.
Dylan.
Yes.
It's such a coincidence because I was before the big lockdown, pandemic, and everything. I was in England, not London, England. I was like in Leeds, somewhere up there, which is not London. And I found the most riveting film from England, and it's called Hang That Nail. They say it a little differently in England, I guess. I don't know. So we're going to see a clip from that movie now, everybody, from the British film Hang That Nail by Merchant Ivory. Let's roll that clip.
Sissy, även midday, det är så den ändliga.
Cece, I'm beginning to think I don't want to accompany you today on the hunt.
Well, my darling, if you do not wish to come to the hunt with me, then maybe you would like to prepare a little something for my return.
Nothing. What's the name? It's...
I see. So because it's Nellie's day off, you want me to make a souffle and risk re-injuring this?
I would never dream to have my darling distress herself further. I see that you have injured your finger, your nail region, and I do not want you to injure it further, but I do love a souffle.
Yeah. mine, and I injured it. Prying open the locket I found under our bed. It was not my locket.
So, well, jolly good. Which consoles are yours? How's some small have some?
Oh, well, of course, that locket is not yours. That's not mine. It could be the housekeeper's, for Christ's sake. I mean, I do not know. I don't. I can't. It's not. It's certainly not mine.
August Tuxnagget. I know it's not the housekeeper's. It was 24 karat. Do you think I'm a fool? I should have married August Tuxnagget.
Pip, pip, cheerio, and all that sort of thing. Household stuff. Have such a leads in Roxbury in London.
Well, if you feel as though you should have married that fiendish devil, August, then maybe you should have run off with him to Roxbury at some point. But here you are, on our property, about to accompany me on a hunt. That's right, I said you would accompany me on this hunt now.
Okay.
Okay.
Palace, long live the Queen.
Well, I mean, long live the Queen!
Oh, wow. Wasn't that something? Hanging the Nail, ladies and gentlemen, from England. Oh, my God. Wrenching. Really wrenching film.
Yeah. Oh, hanging a nail, by the way, is having a kerfuffle with your significant other. That's what they say.
I didn't know
over
that.
there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a kerfuffle, though. Not a fight, but just a little...
That was
more
starting
than
to
a tiff.
happen.
Yeah.
Starting to happen in the scene. Okay.
It's like you're hanging your partner up to dry. That's how they do it. Later in the movie, we do find out about the affair with Nellie, and whoo boy, that's a nail biter. But be careful.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
A tear is shed.
Yeah, we won't say who by, though. We will not say who shed that tear, but a tear is shed.
You're gonna jerk it. The tear. It's a tear jerker.
It's a tear jerker. Yeah.
And
I mean,
plainly, apparently. All right, well, that does it for foreign film. We are going to do our very last game of the evening. Our next game and last game of the evening is a cast and audience favorite called Swipe Left. We need every for this one. So we're only missing Danny for this. So
that was amazing, Dylan. You started to lag in the middle of saying everybody.
Everybody.
Wow. You need to watch that back on the stream. You really do.
You would think a robot would have a better internet setup, wouldn't you?
You would think. I wouldn't even.
He sounded like a robot to me.
All right.
Well, for our game, Swipe Left, we need suggestions. Dating app looking for dates. However, they are not going to know what their particular occupation is. They are going to mute themselves, and they're going to scroll through the profiles of potential suitors, and based on their profile sayings, they will have to guess who they are based on who wants to date them. So we need some suggestions for occupations for Swipe Left. Our first
who's number one?
I'm up first.
Dater is going to be Cory. So Cory, you unplug. Where'd Danny go? Danny, come back. We need Danny to come back.
I'm here.
Oh, yeah,
can't
don't
hear
go away,
anything.
Danny. Our first suggestion is Mr. Cory Willis is a spy. He's a spy. All right, come on back.
Oh, God, what another lonely Friday night. I mean, I guess I'll get to swiping. Let's see who's up in the queue. Swipe left.
Danny?
Danny, you're the first profile.
I'd sure like to investigate our possibilities.
Little vague, but also maybe a little too forward. So I'm gonna swipe left on that one. Oh, hey.
Some people might say I'm a 100, but you can call me 99.
Oh, I mean, pretty high self-esteem, but I'd say like you just go for the 100. Go for 100. Let's swipe left.
I think you and I should both go undercovers.
Oh. I mean, I'm lonely, but not like that lonely.
Oh, I love a man who is close to Boris and the White House.
Wait, what? Close to the border and the White House?
Boris. Ooh, that name.
Oh, Boris. Boris, sorry. I should put my glasses on for Boris and the White House. Okay, that feels a little too clandestine for my tastes. Who's up now? Oh, hey.
Nobody does it better.
God, I am so intrigued. I have to know what is going on here. Swipe right on this spy.
Yeah.
I wish you
White
were the
House
spy
gave it
who
away.
loved me. What, Boris?
I'm just glad nobody wanted to give him a gold finger.
Yeah, well, I
Uh,
crossed my mind.
All right,
You know
so
what?
next is, I do believe Danny. I'm hoping he's
Danny?
muted and
Danny,
can't-
come back.
No, we don't want. So Danny, we need you to not like listen.
We
Plug your
can't hear you, but we
ears.
need you to not hear us, Danny.
like this, Danny. We
No,
need
I'm
you-
good. I'm muting now.
Okay, yeah. So Danny's going to be searching for a date next, and next up in the chat, Danny's a chef. Danny is a chef.
Very nice. Very nice.
So swipe left.
Ooh, you're so cute. I'd like you to flip me in short order.
Wow. Oh, in short order, huh? I'm a judo instructor.
You got to, I think, first before you guess.
Boy,
Give
he's
everyone a
good.
shot.
Let's swipe left.
Love it.
Oh, I want to turn up the heat until we boil over.
Ooh, I can't wait till I'm swiped.
Swipe left.
Oh, I like it 3 times a day.
Wow. Swipe left.
I know it's rare, but I can make you well done.
Was that my last choice?
No,
I'm
thank
your
God.
last choice, baby. I'd like to get out of your frying pan and into your fire, if you know what I'm talking about.
Ooh, frying pants.
Swipe right.
Yeah, on.
On you, and I well, because you're the one. That's there.
So what are you?
But what am I? I think. Well, I'm not a judo instructor. Let's see. I am a cook.
Close enough. You're a chef. Yeah.
Chef. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
All right, Denny.
The recipe for love.
All right, give me a sec. I'm not going to mute myself. I just want to make sure that you guys are muted. Hang on. Wait.
And he's making
Magnabbit. All right, I can't mute it all the way, so I'm going to hum, but just wave me back in.
Okay, so Denny.
What?
I can't hear anything you're saying, Dylan.
Denny.
Denny, stop humming. Okay, we're fine. Go ahead, Dylan.
I didn't hear it either.
I didn't hear it.
Christmas tree decorator.
Thank you.
Got it. It's amazing.
Okay, sorry about that, folks at home. Sorry to hear that.
That was great.
Wow. Well, women seeking love with robots turned out to be a bust, or should I say a rust. So Back to flesh bags. All right, swipe left.
I'm hoping you can hang my balls.
Oh.
Swipe right. Fuck the game. I'm not ready for that. Swipe left.
Oh no, we're gonna get sued.
I'm swiped. Oh no, Dylan. Sorry, excuse me.
He already did his.
Oh,
Yes, it's you,
Yeah,
honey.
I did mine.
Oh well, I really enjoy having the angel on top.
Swipe left very quickly. This is not J-Date.
You can get mine up in under 30 seconds.
Oh.
Swipe left.
I want to hold on to you until you're brittle and falling apart.
Not long to wait for that one. Swipe left.
I'll bet you could light up my life.
Oh.
Aww. That was the sweetest one, and I'm going to choose you because I am a Christmas tree decorator or salesperson.
Hey,
God, Danny, that was so sweet. That was like the sweetest thing.
before I disappear, we're going to need a few more suggestions for occupations in the chat because we've only got a couple more in here. We still got a couple more dates to get through. So I'm going to go away here. So here we go.
Why is he going away?
For Dylan,
Oh,
he is an elf.
Great. Great.
All right, here we go. LonelyAgainThisYear.com. Swipe left.
Know what they say? It's not the size, it's the power.
It's not the size, it's the
Power.
not the size, it's the power. All right. Swipe left.
hey, I've been left on the shelf too.
Oh God, I hope it's not what I'm thinking it is. Swipe left.
I'll make your toes curl up.
Whoa!
Really starting to make me worry that it is what I think it is.
Where is he? Where is he? Danny, get in here.
I'd sure like to see you more than once a year.
Me too, especially if we're going to be dating. Now I okay, it's not what I thought. Swipe left.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Oh, it's Santa. Sorry.
Oh, so I guess I have to swipe right.
Yeah,
Somebody wants to know who my daddy is and who's apparently Santa's my daddy. So am I an elf?
I'm
Wait,
not
what did
really
you
sure.
think it was? I have so many questions.
That's implying that Santa is putting all of his children to work.
Well, in the movie Elf, he thinks Santa's his dad, doesn't he?
Oh, true. Very.
Oh, no,
very
he
good point.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. You're Bob Newhart. Never mind. It's Bob Newhart.
Oh, no, sure. All right. Jane is a magician. Jane is a magician.
Great, great. You're still
Muted.
Jane. Mute.
Muted.
Boy, now that I've figured out my technology, maybe I can figure out my love life. Swipe left.
Gee, when you're around me, you'll feel like you're in air.
Ooh, how flighty. Swipe left.
I got a hat you can reach deep into and pull something out of.
Ooh, I smell magic. Let me swipe left.
Danny, get in here. There.
I've got some tricks you might be into.
Ooh, nasty. All right, swipe left.
I like it rough. I know how to soar a lady in half.
Oh, she's from Bronx, Brooklyn. What is that? And swipe left.
Let me show you what I can make disappear.
You made Danny disappear. You're a magician. I'm swiping right, and I'm because I'm a magician.
You are a magician.
This is what I would call late night entertainment.
Yeah.
Well, definitely
It's-
very late where Tom is. Hey, Tom, take off those headphones. All right, everybody. Tom is a king.
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 We can't hear you when you use your sexy voice, Dylan. You're like, Tom is a king.
Oh, is this better? Should I talk?
Way better.
Okay.
All right, Tom, get in here. Tom, get in.
Well, I guess I'll be spending Thanksgiving alone unless I swipe correctly. Let's see what happens here. Swipe left.
Well, if you would, I would love to kneel before you. You know?
Oh, well, I'll bookmark that one. Okay, swipe left.
Yeah, with you we could go all night.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Swipe left.
We got her.
Is she going to say something?
I don't know.
It's one of those animated gifts that you get.
GIF.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. Swipe left.
I want to go to bed with you in a bed that is just your size.
What the? I don't get it. All right. Swipe left.
Ooh, like a couple other women, I could really lose my head over you.
Too late to say that I'd go with you to White Castle.
I'm going to swipe right because I operate the guillotine.
Technically, yes.
Yes,
Technically,
that is correct.
I'm an executioner.
You have the final say.
Who's your boss?
Of
The judge.
Closer to God. Closer to God.
Archangel.
Henry.
Less than that. Lower. Closer to the.
We could get together and play cards.
Death.
We'll win every
Oh,
time.
Swedish.
I promise I will never text you back when you're on the throne.
King. I'm a king. Oh, wow. This is why I don't guess on
king
this
of
show.
comedy and the king of this game, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the suggestion box for this Friday night. This was our 15th show. If you've been watching all of these shows, thank you all so much for tuning in every week. We hope to see you again next week. Thank you all so much to our cast, Danny, Denny, Jane, Tom, and again our special guest this week, Mr. Corey Willis. A special, incredible Vaudacity Network shout out to the men behind the scenes who make this happen, Craig and Sam. Thank you so much for all of your technical wisdom. We couldn't do this without the two of you.
Thanks, fellas. And good job hosting there, Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it up for your host, Dylan.
I'm
You're
no
robot
Paul Carganella, I know that. But you know what? If you want to see some Paul, then you got to come back tomorrow night on the Vaudacity Network to see Paul's online variety show where we are highlighting the music of Elton John. That's tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific on the Vaudacity Network. Until then, we are the Vaudacity Improv players, the VIPs. This has been the Suggestion Box. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much, everybody, and good night.
Night, robot. Tell your
Good
friends to
night,
watch us tomorrow
everybody.
on the video thing.
Good night.